ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम हरि ओम। फर्स्ट वर्ड्स। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। पेज 181 verse 150. Then 151, 2 verses we will chant. अचिन्त्याः खलु ते ये भावाः न तांस्तर्केषु योजयेत्। अचिन्त्यरचनारूपं मनसापि जगत् खलु। Achintya rachana shakti Bijam mayeti nischanu Maya bijam tadevaikam Sushuptavanubhuyate. We are discussing the portion of Ishwar Swarup, the essential nature of the Ishwar. Because knowing the essential nature of the Ishwar has a direct connection with knowing our essential nature. If we do not know the Ishwar completely, we have a knowledge that he is only a fruit of action dispenser, then we can at the most submit to such a Ishwar, but there will be always ambiguity, and that Ishwar will always appear as someone different than us. So, Ishwar will remain Drishya of Jeev, and Jeev will remain Drishya of Ishwar. So, it will obstruct our knowledge of self. And therefore, the knowing the essential Ishwar Swarup is called Tat Pad Anusandhan. Technically, it is called Tat Pad Anusandhan. Knowing the essential nature of Ishwar is called Tvam Pad Anusandhan. You must have heard the name Tvam and Tat. So, because we indicate Ishwar, that God knows that God. So, we should know what is the essence of that. Otherwise, we will always remain in dark. What is the Ishwar? And to know about the Ishwar, we had seen that the consciousness conditioned by Maya is the Ishwar. Then a very detailed description of Maya was given by Vidyaranya Swamiji. You heard in so many classes. And ultimately yesterday we had concluded that the product of Maya called the world has also the inexplicability. Or in other words, it has the Ajnan as the cause. Any topic which has Ajnan or ignorance as the cause, there, when you are questioning that, it is equivalent to questioning the ignorance. Can you close that door? So, it is worthless pursuit to find out how universe came, etc. Who made, how it came. More important is that how my sorrows can go away. How to remove the product of Maya called world. How to remove the sorrows of the world. And therefore, you will be, when I was initially reading the Upanishads in class 12, etc., I think I had read most of the Upanishads, then this question used to intrigue me. That why the Upanishads are not telling more about how creation had come. There are three questions. One is why creation has come. Second is how creation has come. And third is what is creation. So why creation has come, Upanishads have not talked at all. For the evident reason. How it has come, they have given some inkling. Main topic was what is the creation. What is the creation? Somebody is asking why this snake is on the rope. Somebody said how it came. Somebody said find out what is it in reality. If you know in the reality, you will not have these two questions. So, if anybody asks any question like where from Maya came, why it had come, why Bhagwan created the world, or why we are sad, all these questions will not hold waters. So put your energy and effort in a direction where something can happen. Now, it was called achintya. You remember yesterday I had used the word translogical. And I had explained that. Because the means of knowledge used for worldly thing, that means of knowledge here is non-applicable, NAM. Like from eyes you can't see, you can't touch or taste. So this about the world is mentioned. Now I am going to the next verse. I had explained sufficiently. It is for you to imbibe it, to digest it, to make it your own. Spirituality is very personal matter. So nobody can force any thought on anybody. You have to do your own munching and own chewing of the ideas and internalizing it and seeing the world in that light. Nobody can force anybody to understand. So that portion was over. Now one more shlok is about this Maya. It is said here, Achint Rachana Shakti Bijam Maya iti Nischanu. So see the 151st verse. So anything you have heard that any effect will have a cause. But here the cause is in a potential form. Now when it is said here, see what is written here, Achinte Rachana Shakti Bijam. Everything has come from unmanifest. Very easy to understand. Gita also says, Avyaktadini Bhutani Vyakta Madhyani Bharata Avyakta Nidhananyeva Tatrga Paridevana. Ya Avyaktat Vyaktya Sarve Prabhavantya Ragme Ratriagame Praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Ches Sangye. Ya, it is said in Sarvbhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshay Punastani Kalpado Visajamyam. So the manifest will be in unmanifest form. Like this flower is there, this flower was a bud. Now before bud, that flower was in the plant. But it was not seen in the plant. It was unmanifest in the plant. So, but you cannot say it was not there. It was unmanifest. So everything here is from unmanifest to manifest. Important aspect is there. See the word Achinta Rachana Shakti Bijam. So that bijam, that seed which is endowed with this, the seed of the inexplicable power of Maya. That is called Maya. So everything is there, so world also should be in the manifest form. After that is a very important question, and that is called Maya Bijam. Maya alone is Bijam. Well, how do we experience? Well, you know it in deep sleep. Sushuptau Anubhuyate. In the deep sleep, you experience that. Acha? What do you want to say? I want to say, whole world has come from unmanifest. And it will go into unmanifest. It is not the creation of somebody. It is not created from zero. Like a potter creates a pot. Is it clear? So it is unmanifest. Now understand, this is a quite a statement. When I say unmanifest, I don't know you picturize or not. Then we think something is there in the pralaya, it must be dark. Because everything we want to picturize and, conceive something. Darkness is only possible in space. You cannot have experience of darkness without space. So when the world was in unmanifest, will the time and space be there or not? No time and space is there. Now how it will be? As another thing is there, unmanifest is of the form of ignorance. And therefore unmanifest cannot be hanging somewhere. Can the unmanifest be on the inert? Can the unmanifest be on the inert? No, because inert has come from unmanifest. And because unmanifest is of the form of ignorance, therefore you need knowledge for the ignorance. Without knowledge, ignorance cannot be there. Nobody can say, I'm ignorant. So you'll say, what? You will say, what? I'm ignorant. Well, nothing. Then it doesn't make sense. So for ignorance to exist, there has to be knowledge. And therefore, for unmanifest to exist, there should be consciousness and not the inert. Getting my point? For the unmanifest to exist, there should be the consciousness on which the unmanifest is superimposed. It is called Maya Bijam. Maya Kalpita Desh Kala Kalana Vaichitra Chitri Kritam Bijasya Ankuro Jagadidam Prang Nirvikalpam Punaha. What is the good point about that? That you are not saying that in a certain space somebody made the world. So understand, one is called theory of creation, other is called theory of manifestation. So theory of creation is not mentioned here. One is called Arambhavad, other is called Vivartavad. Okay, and therefore, please note my point. If on the consciousness unmanifest is there, and on the unmanifest the world comes. So it is not that this is unmanifest and from here world has come. Generally we think like that. Our mind works in a linear manner. There's a problem. Like from the mother's womb child has come. From the seed tree has come out. Seed is here, tree is here. Seed is here only. And sprout was there and it cracked and ultimately tree emerged out. This is not right. Because that seed is in space, therefore you can think in the linear manner. Linear thinking is possible only in space. But unmanifest was not in the space. Maya or unmanifest was not in space. Because space is the baby of unmanifest. Mother can't come out of child. Space itself is the baby of unmanifest. So you cannot say the space was there, and when space was not there, now your thinking will collapse. You are just grappling now how to picturize now. Because we are very habituated to picturizing and conceptualizing. I am saying only consciousness was there, on the consciousness the unmanifest is there. Now when from unmanifest world will come out, it will not be coming out linear. then what will happen? Then on the unmanifest alone, world will be seen on the consciousness. This is a typical point. So the example of seed and tree won't work here. But this example of screen and film will work. Or example of dream will work. And therefore, this will always say, when you say that from unmanifest the world has come, so it is the meaning that the world is nothing but the consciousness only seeing in that. It is projecting something. Unmanifest has projected something on itself. Okay. You need to lot of deliberation and thinking is required to make the principle clear. Otherwise, we are in the form of all the time. We save the space and then think. We are space saver. We save the space. We don't know that saving the space, you are already saving the time. And that means already you are in the part of the world. Then you cannot sit, because space and time also are in unmanifest. Like the dream space and dream time are in unmanifest. When you had not dreamt, that time also consciousness is there. But consciousness is along with the impression. The consciousness as the impression before the dream. And in the cosmic level, consciousness with the Maya. You compare. There are two departments. In the dream, consciousness is with the impression before dream, just before dream. And at the cosmic level, consciousness is along with the Maya. Before creation. Now here, on the consciousness, that impression starts manifesting as space and time. And you saw I am in Germany, or you saw I am in Poland, or you saw I am in America. The space called America and the time of America are all superimposed on that consciousness, on the unmanifest. And here, on the consciousness, the world is seen with the space. So here also that was superimposed. So the trick is our mind tricks us. Mind tricks us by putting unmanifest inside a space. And there you are maintaining the reality of the world. So Maya ev bijam. Maya bijam is Maya ev bijam. This is 151 verse. To make this point a little clear, because this is confusing. These people don't mark their attention, point on that. That unmanifest is not something linear. Manifestation is not linear thing from unmanifest. It is superimpositional and not linear. I hope this point is little clear. Okay. None of the religion says like that. Two biggest religion, Christianity and Islam, they don't believe that from unmanifest, manifest has come. You know why they don't believe? Their Ishwar will be unemployed. If from unmanifest it will come, then how will Ishwar create? Now they say, na, Ishwar created the world. Moment you put your point that Ishwar created the world, God created the world, you are putting God in space. And He will have a shape. And He needs a material cause. And He needs a time to create. And therefore they say God created the world in 6 days. This says in Bible. So now that means Before the creation, what was there then? When God had not created the world. Then before that, what was there? No answer about that. Now, where from the first Jeev has come? Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. ये बोलते हैं ना? And they ate apple. Apple is there. 3 apples created problem. One Adam Eve apple, second Newton's apple, and third this Apple phone. This Apple phone, I don't know you use or not. And that too is a Jutha apple. I don't know why can't they make a full apple. Apple is somebody eaten at that apple. Apple phone one from this side. They should have full apple. All these things, when you hear, so you feel why they are saying like that. And supposing if unmanifest is there, now tell me where will be Ishwar fitting into unmanifest? If consciousness is there, unmanifest is there. Then where will Ishwar fit as a shapeful Ishwar? Ishwar has to be of the nature of consciousness. Then only Ishwar can be prompter of to the unmanifest. Ishwar with shape will not fit into that unmanifest. Because in unmanifest, in Pralaya, there is no shape. I hope these points are little clear. Don't carried away by somebody. One thing I have seen in life, don't carried away. Scriptures are our base. Saints are our base. Put your thinking. Whatever good is there, wherever, just pick it up. Be like a swan. Always pick something good in every person or any religion, anything is there, no issue. But when it comes to determining the right principle, then be ruthless. Regarding with yourself or the world or anything, then there is no sympathy or compassion. Doctor will not say, this is my wife's blood, I am going for blood test, but she is very good, so blood will not be bad. I will not check her blood because anyway she is very nice person. Rather, doctor will try to see where is something wrong. Don't bring emotions when you are thinking about it. So, Maya Bijam Tadevaikam, and then Sushuptau Anubhuyate. It is experienced in Sushupti. What is experienced in Sushupti? That is clarified in 152nd verse, making it more clearer. Let us read. This is verse number 152. Your Xerox is over or what? You have? Acha, okay. Let us see any book we can get here. Jagrit Swapna Jagat Tatra Leenam Bijaivat Drumaha Tasmadashesha Jagataha Vasanas Tatra Samsthitaha. देखो, he says, as in the bija, in the seed, the tree is unmanifest. Leenam means unmanifest. Tatra, similarly, in the Maya, Jagrat Swapna Jagat is unmanifest. In the deep sleep, the Jagrat and Swapna are unmanifest. Avyakt. See, Jagrat, and I tell you one thing which always gives me lot of pleasure. Generally we use the word world. World is like that, world is... Vedanta does not like to use the word world. It uses waking state. World, saying world and saying waking state makes a big difference. Generally, we think there is a big world in which I am there, in which there are subset called dream and deep sleep. We think world is a big reality. In that, dream and deep sleep are inside that. Vedanta says you are wrong. Only whatever is saying, I'm wrong, mostly. Why? Because, please note, if y is in x, then to experience y, you have to experience x. If this flower is in this hall or on this table, to experience the flower, you always experience the hall or the table or the space nearby. If the dream and the deep sleep state was in the world, then I should have experienced waking space while experiencing dream and deep sleep. So first thing Vedanta says, please make this point clear, that waking, dream and deep sleep are totally non-relatable things. A very, very big declaration is there. Very, very pertinent point is there. Because if the dream was in the world, then while experiencing the dream, you should have experienced the waking space. And if deep sleep was also in the world, then while experiencing deep sleep, you should have experienced the waking state. And therefore, he used the word state. Therefore, these three are three different states, mutually exclusive. You can't have experience of waking while dreaming. While dreaming, you can't have waking experience. While waking, you can't have dreaming experience. While waking, you can't have deep sleep experience. They are mutually exclusive. Because the experience of the waking state, Jagrat Avastha is defined as, what is the definition of Jagrat Avastha? Jagrat Avastha is defined as Indriyahi Vishayopalabdhi. By sense organs only you are seeing the world. And dream state is defined as from your vasana you are seeing the world. You don't need the body and the eyes to see the world. And deep sleep is defined as where body and the sense organs all are shut down and you have no experience. So actually speaking, these are three different states, mutually exclusive. So that itself is a big revelation. Because the very reality of the world automatically is tumbling down now. Because I feel it is going and coming. Now the more question is where all these three are going and coming. But we don't study waking, dream and deep sleep. Because we have taken for granted that dream and deep sleep are inside the waking state. But that is not logically proved. Because for you need one body for dream. You need another body for waking state. So it is not there. And therefore it is mentioned, lot of thought has been given. Jagrat Swapna Jagat Tatra. Tatra means in the Maya, seed. The waking and dream are unmanifest in the deep sleep. Like the tree is unmanifest in the seed. And therefore, Ashesha Jagataha Vasana. Therefore, as in the microcosm, so Virat Vasana and Hiranyagarbha Vasana all are lean or the unmanifest in Maya. He is giving example of deep sleep here and Maya there. We have a microcosmic pralay called sleep, and there is a macrocosmic pralay called total pralay. So this is the resemblance of both. I hope. See, till 151st, Maya discussion is over. Now we are coming to the discussion of the consciousness reflected in the Maya called Ishwar. Answer also, Ishwar. So Tasmad Ashesh, so there is a Vasana in that. So you have to agree to that. And I had mentioned also why Pralay is required. Pralay is required because of many reasons. Number one reason is the wear and tear that happened, it should get rejuvenated. Like that, sleep is a rejuvenator. A few days you don't sleep, a person will get crazy. So in the prisons, this is how they torture. They don't allow him to sleep. That prisoner who is there, they don't allow him to sleep. They do a lot of things so that he go mad. Therefore, those who live in prison for a long time, they go mad. So, because there is no time for the mind to rejuvenate. So they would try to lessen your sleep. Sometime a person starts listening his sleep. One day somebody asked me how to listen. I said, why you sleep? Sleep early, get up early. I'm not saying oversleep. I'm saying sleep what is required. First cause is rejuvenation. Another cause is all the Ved, Upanishad, Mahabharata, all have said that Pralay happens. Third cause is karma needs suspension for some time. The waking and dream state, the karma of the jiva is given. So the cosmic fruits of action of all jiva are to be suspended. Fourth cause is that the earth, sun, etc., they will all go into disintegration. And for some time new earth or the old earth repairing is required. So therefore, that pralay is required. So you need a pralay. Like you need a sleep, you need a pralay. So rejuvenation, number one, scriptures. Pramana, number two. Number three, suspension of fruit of action. You remember that? I had mentioned that. And therefore, you cannot say that I don't believe in pralay. Pralay is also, I will say, inexplicable. You cannot prove it. These are agyan siddh. So you cannot see it by direct perception. But you can have inference about that. So this whole thing will be in pralay. Okay? So cause is without effect. Unmanifest is without manifest. Absence of time and space is there. All the jivas, their fruits of action, their subhava, everything is in the freezer which I said. It is in the unmanifest. Don't think freezer literally there is there, like our freezer is there. It means unmanifest. We are very good in picturizing everything. So it is in the unmanifest. Oh yes. हमको लगता है कहीं ईश्वर ऐसे है, in that there is something like that. Everywhere we start thinking like that. Don't try to put like that. Somewhere far away, it's all dark in the pralay. Nothing like that. So this is the unmanifest of the Maya or the Maya. Maya, Prakriti, unmanifest, Pradhan, all are the words synonymous for Pralay. Acha. I hope this point is very clear. See, whatever is there, I just want be very, very convinced. So much hard work Vidyananda Swamiji is doing to make ourselves convinced. And again it will go to unmanifest. Again it will go back like again a person will, Jagrit and Swapna will go to deep sleep or Sushupti. Again from Sushupti, Jagrit and Swapna will emerge. And this will go. Okay. How long will it continue? Till you are a Jeev, you will continue moving like that. So, okay. Can't I go and see unmanifest? You cannot go and see unmanifest. Your own unmanifest you won't know. A person doesn't know his own vasanas properly. Well, in the dream, supposing I want to go to unmanifest, in the pralaya, Ishwar's pralaya, you can never go because all your instruments are packed up and it is all in hibernation. Mind and sense organ and samskar or vasana, everything is gone. Nobody knows. No, Ishwar alone knows. Ishwar knows there. Wow. So Ishwar has all the jivas and their fruit of action and their vasanas, everything Ishwar. If anything is held, because it will be produced after billion years. After billion years when Srishti will happen, it will be ditto produced. All your fruit of action will be there and all your same nature will be there. Angry person will have angry nature. If anything is held, there has to be holder. And that holder is the Ishwar. Class is held, there has to be teacher. If the house is held, there has to be house master. If the school is being held, there has to be principal. So there Ishwar is there. But Ishwar is not having a form there. Don't picturize again like some, I know you are picturing like some porcelain is there inside, it is kept. Or some kind of bowl is there. In that unmanifest everything is there. And Ishwar is just sitting and guarding, not like that. Again we are bringing the space and time. Oh. Acha. Let us now see the next verse. Verse number 153. 153. Ya buddhi vasanastasu chaitanyam pratibimbati meghakashvadaspashta chidabhaso numiyatam. Again shall I repeat or is it okay? Again shall I repeat? Okay, once more I will say. Ya buddhi vasanastasu chaitanyam pratibimbati meghakashvadaspashta chidabhaso numiyatam. Now Vidya and Swamiji is saying, just I already expressed. He says, in that unmanifest, the reflection of consciousness will be there or not. Huh, Stanley? It will be there. Buddhi vasana, buddhi hai. Here buddhi means samashti buddhi, Hiranyagarbha. The seat of the Hiranyagarbha called the Maya, there also the reflection of consciousness will be there. When I say reflection of consciousness, another practical way I am using the word, possessor of that Maya. When reflection word is used, then somebody is possessor of that Maya. Oh. So that reflected, and this is called reflection of consciousness in the Maya, is called now as Ishwar. Now give me the example. What was the example given for this? The example given for the Ishwar, if you remember, there was a pot space, total space, the reflection in the water on the pots, and reflection in the cloud. Only I forgot. Too much cloud is in my mind. So I forgot that. And therefore you see second line, Megha Kashvad Aspashta Chidabhaso. There is a reflection of consciousness in the cloud. This example is there. Similarly, reflection of consciousness is in the Maya. Anumiyatam, that we infer. Acha. How do you infer that? How do I infer that? Because reflection of consciousness is the intellect. If intellect has reflection of consciousness will be in the cause also. Because the property of the cause alone comes in the property of the effect. Okay, I understand that. And unless there is a reflection of the consciousness in the Maya, there will be no Ishwar existing during that time. So Ishwar is there who is the possessor of Maya. Mayapati is there in the Pralaya. Only poor Ishwar, he is getting bored in Pralaya alone. Don't worry about that. He is in his own self. Don't think he is. Only how long he is seeing the unmanifest, that will be worrying. At least world is interesting. So many events are going on. Don't worry about that. He is in his own self. देखो ध्यान देना इस बात को. And this is mentioned in 154th verse. What is mentioned? It will make it more clear. Let us read it. 154th verse. Sabhasameva tadbijam dhirupena prarohati ato buddho chidabhasa vispashtam pratibhasate. Vispashtam pratibhasate. See, in that sabhasa, that bij or maya is along with the chidabhas, potential chidabhas. Acha, tad means mind or maya. And bijam, bij of mind, is called avyakt. Acha, हाँ. Is it very clear or not? Reflection in the water is clear or reflection in the cloud is clear? Water is clear. Reflection in the water is very clear. But reflection in the cloud is there, it is not very clear. Therefore, last verse, Megha Kashvat Aspashta Chidabhasa. It is not very, very clear. Why? Because something, unless it is acting, it is not clear. I ask, some singer is sitting. As I told you, I was at some place, there was one singer called Vani Jairam. So I didn't know her. I didn't see her. So she came in some class, was taking notes. And sitting quietly. Gita class was there. She was sitting there. While she was sitting, we cannot make that she is such a big singer and she is such a great singer. So after the class, they introduced me, well, she is Mani Jairam. I said, Achha, okay, good to meet you. She's one of the very big Krishna. Now she's no more, but she's. I didn't ask her to sing, rather I asked her how she came into, and she told. But when they start singing, then you can understand that, wow, he had that potential of singing. But without singing, they are having the potential and the capacity holder of that potential of singing as if it is a dull reflection is there. You will not make it out. He alone is the greatest singer. He is as if sitting quietly. That is a dull reflection is there. I hope you are getting my point. Got it? It's very simple. You will not see it. Amir Khan was there, so when I met him, he is sitting, we are talking. Talking, just general talking. But his capacity to act, and such a big actor is there, his capacity to act, his reflection is dull at that time because he is not acting. He is as simple as you and me. Achha? Nothing great about that. You feel is something great, nothing great. But moment they are on the set, lights on, camera, action. And then what acting they will do? Then that reflection on that unmanifest actor potential, acting potential, now that is very clear at that time. Well, then he is a very good actor. Now you are seeing the actor. Earlier it was unmanifest actor. I hope this point is clear. Once I was a new brahmachari, 24, 25-year-old. So I went somewhere to talk in Ujjain. 6:30 was the talk. So I was outside. And this was the residence, and just 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, next door was the hall. So I was coming out. One person came, organizer. He said, that Swamiji who has to give the talk, where is he? He asked me. So I said that Swamiji will come. At 6:30 he will emerge. He said, Acha. You are the sevak of that Swamiji. I said, yes. And when he saw me, well, you are the one who talk. You can talk on Gita. Wow. You give talk. Why? You know everything about Gita. So when I was not talking, it was appearing as something that reflected consciousness was there in that potency to speak. It was not evident. From face you cannot say he talks, or he is a dancer, or he is a singer, or he is an actor, or he is an artist. I hope you are understanding. Similarly, Ishwar also, when he is dormant, sitting quietly, you can't say he is the Ishwar. He is the same one who becomes Ram, Krishna, Shiv. He is the same one who will create the world, destroy the world. Aspashtam. Well, he is Ishwar. He only makes the world. He is the one who takes avatar. He is Bhagam who becomes Nasim Bhagwan. दिख ही नहीं रहा है कुछ. अस्पष्ट चिदाभासा, 153, last line you see. अस्पष्ट चिदाभासा, अनुमीयता. I hope you are understanding that. Interesting, yes. But what happens now? Now pralaya is getting over. Now pralaya when it is getting over, then sabhasam ev, that dull reflected consciousness in the potential, now it is germinating, dhirupene, in the form of mind. In the form of mind. And when the buddhi is clearly formed, and the reflection, then the reflection is clearly seen, vispashtam pratibhasate. When you start singing, start dancing, then you see it's the same person who is dancing. I can't make it out. Is it the same person? You wonder? Ato buddhau chidabhasa vispashtam pratibhasate. Now it has come, the unmanifest has come in the form of intellect. Now reflection is now bright in the intellect now, clear and lucid, because shape has come now. Same water, when it is trickling down, now you can see it clearly, see the shine of the light in the water, in the reflected water. But there it was condensed, therefore the reflection was dull. And you cannot go and see also. Now one more topic is there. The condensed cloud is there. In one condensed cloud, lot of droplets of water are there. It is condensed cloud. So this much cloud can pour so much you cannot understand also. Although cloud has no weight, but the corresponding water which is going to pour can mean thousands of kilograms and gallons of water are there. It keeps on raining sometimes. Dogs and cats, raining cats and dogs. Here it doesn't rain anything. You go and see India. I was in Himachal Pradesh. In my solitude, kept on raining. Whole night it was raining. And torrential rain, what you call, not this cartoon rain. Torrential rains. Day before yesterday, first day. So it was drizzling. Some people didn't come there in the evening. I said, why didn't you? It was raining. Drizzling, simple drizzling was there. Therefore it is raining. I said, Acha, it is raining. Literally drizzles, they don't come here. So, ato buddho chidabhasa. Now, corresponding example. In the Maya, all subtle bodies are clubbed together and condensed. You can't see different subtle bodies there in the total unmanifest. It is jumbled up. But now when it starts raining, discrete subtle bodies are appearing. Like in the cloud, you can't see separate droplets of water. But when it pours, then you can see so much separate droplets of water are there. So in the cloud, you cannot see separate droplets of water. Similarly, in the unmanifest, you cannot see separate subtle bodies. Well, this subtle body is this person, this जीव, this ये इसको यहाँ रख दो, इसको लेफ्ट में रख दो, इसको राइट में रखो, ये अमेरिकन का है, ये इंडियन है, ये बदमाश है, ये सेंट है. You cannot keep, दिख रहा है. You cannot see all that. But when it pours, then different subtle bodies are very clearly seen. This point is clear. Now, this point is mentioned in verse number 155. I will read it. The same thing is very, very clear. 155. Maya bhasena jivesha karotiti shrutau shrutam megha jala kashau iva tau suvyavastitau. Now this Maya, you know what it does? Maya abhasena. This Maya creates a distinction between Jeev and Ishwar. Acha? Here Maya is nominative. Like what? Like Meghakash Jalakasho Iva. Like the reflection of the space in the cloud and reflection of the space in the water in the pot. So this Maya creates a difference between Jeev and Ishwar. Jeev is the possessor of all the causal bodies. Sorry, Ishwar. Ishwar is the possessor of all the causal bodies. That means in all causal bodies there is a reflection of the consciousness. And Jeev is a possessor of individual causal body. The light reflected in the droplet is one thing, light reflected in the total cloud is another thing. This is the distinction. So Ishwar goes in all causal bodies. But my Jeev goes in my personal causal body only. Therefore I say my vasana, my sanskar, my tendencies are like that. And therefore my subtle body, my gross body. But Ishwar will not say this is my vasana. Or it is my subtle body. He will say all subtle bodies and all vasanas are in me only. And therefore he is knowing all vasanas and all subtle bodies also. As you see your body, he is seeing all at once. Animal, plant, kingdom, devatas, patal, naglok, pitarlok, brahmalok. Everywhere that Ishwar is there. And therefore he can prompt to give the fruit of action. Will go and bite that person. Or go and teach that person. Go and surrender to that person. Ishvara sarvbhutanam hriddeshe arjun trishtati. Sarvbhutanam. He is in all beings. And therefore, he can use any person and any beings to give you fruit of action. As I gave the example, in Varanasi, there is a small street, sir, gully it is called. One person was going. One monkey was sitting on the top of the parapet wall. He jumped and one stone was there. With the jump, a stone also fell down. A stone fell on this person and he died. One who prompted the monkey to jump was Ishwar. Because he is in the monkey also. He is in the river also. He is the one who prompted the tsunami. He is the one who is in the all ocean bed. Ocean bed, he alone cracked it. All the water receded. In Chennai, interesting things happened. When the water receded, they saw a lot of conch and all these things on the ocean. Many people went inside the ocean. They did not know that death is coming now. Now when the water receded, same water reacted with 100, 200 meter high and gulped everybody. They say ocean chala gaya andar. Ocean has gone inside. They did not know that crack had happened. Tectonic plates have split and therefore it has gone here water. Now it is going to come back. Who is the one? Ishwar. Because he is in the water also. He is the antarami of the water also, ocean also, tectonic plates also, and who made him run also. Understood, na? So this is Ishwar. When Ishwar is said, he is omniscient or sarvagya. That means he is knowing all the subtle bodies, all the causal bodies. When I say all, we don't know the meaning of all also. Therefore I said Brahmalok, Patal Lok, Swargalok, Narak Lok, Animal Lok, Plant Lok, all inert things. And this difference Maya has created. Don't forget what is going on. What is going on? Durga Saptati. No, this is Panchadashi. Wake up. This is not Durga Saptati. Oh, sorry. I thought it's Durga Saptati because Navratri is going. No, it is evening, afternoon classes there. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. This is Panchadashi is going on. Topic is of Ishwar going on. Until now we see Maya, and now we are seeing reflected consciousness in the Maya and its nature and its repercussions and how it functions. Oh, now I understood. Yes. Thank you. Now I understood. We will see more in tomorrow's class. Please revise it. Write something. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.